Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has claimed that the decisive phase of Russia's war against Ukraine has shifted from land and sea to the air. In an interview with Financial Times on Monday, Zelensky said he believed that the war belongs to whoever is smarter, arguing that the battle in the sky would determine the outcome of the war. His statement came as Ukrainian drones struck deep inside Russian territory, targeting a major oil refinery in Omsk in West Siberia. Located nearly 2,500 away from the Ukraine border, the strike on the oil refinery is being considered a decisive victory for Ukraine. It accounts for 12% of Russia's oil refining output as of June, with a capacity of 460,000 barrels per day.
Today, our long-range sanctions reach the oil refinery in Omsk, nearly 1,150 miles from Ukraine. Upgraded Firepoint drones have put Siberia within reach of Ukrainian precision. This is a significant blow to Russia's oil economy and an important achievement for the armed forces of Ukraine.
Zelensky also renewed urgent pleas for U.S. Patriot missiles. He says that if given licenses, Ukraine will be able to produce Patriots to defend the country. Making his case, he said Russia launched 68 missiles and over 350 drones while highlighting the shortage of defense systems. Ukraine's repeated strikes on oil refineries and other infrastructure inside the country has also severely crippled local markets. Gasoline shortages and fuel rationing have been reported in multiple regions, with drivers waiting for hours to fill their tanks. According to reports, the situation has also triggered widespread gasoline theft. Meanwhile, Ukraine's drone commander also released drone footage of attacks on Russian fuel tankers in the Sea of Azov, a fuel terminal in Crimea, and two S-400 Triumph long-range anti-aircraft missile systems on Monday. Ukraine's latest attack on Russia comes after Putin launched a deadly wave of airstrikes on Ukrainian capital Kyiv. According to local authorities, more than 28 people were killed as Russia fired missiles and drones into an apartment building for the second time in a week. In the Kyiv suburb of Vyshneve, a massive overnight Russian barrage tore through the residential area, punching a crater into a multi-story apartment complex. Officials say 8 people were killed and over 600 were evacuated.
We were in the apartment. There were explosions, more and more of them. It was very terrifying, very. The 4 of us, plus the dog, sat on the floor in a tiny corridor. We could hear windows being ripped out, glass shattering.
The latest escalation comes as NATO summit gets underway in Ankara, where Zelensky is slated to meet with President Trump to discuss peace proposals. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte also admitted the NATO alliance is hitting a wall with military stockpiles, confirming a physical limit to the number of interceptor missiles left in NATO territory. He said U.S. emergency munitions deliveries are actively en route to Ukraine under a prioritized procurement framework. We spoke to Dr. Glenn Deason. He's a professor of international relations at the University of Southeastern Norway, and this is what he told us.
Well, one or two things have happened. That is, either there's this, they have now just longer range drones, or these are drones that are smuggled inside Russia and then used to strike targets in Russia. That is, you saw something similar a year ago when the attacks occurred on Russia's nuclear deterrent. And at this point, we also learned that from the Russian intelligence services, at least they claimed that the British were also involved in this. But either way, if it is actually long-range missiles originating from Ukrainian territory, then obviously the technology and the weapons are developed now together with NATO, which have again set the objective for striking deeper and deeper inside Russia. But also the United States. It's no secret that it assists in how the Ukrainian drones and missiles should navigate through the Russian air defenses in the most optimal way.